What's up, gang? It's Paul, and I am back. And did you miss me? Because I missed you. So guess what day it is? It is a day for my girlfriend's comeback. So really excited to get into this, but before we do, let's run that intro. My name's Paul Leach, and I'm a writer-director in Los Angeles. I've been interviewed by such publications as the Huffington Post and the New York Council on Cultural Affairs. I've worked with Emmy winners and Oscar winners, and the feature film that I directed went to Cannes. In this series, we break down footage from the point of view of a film director, and we will stop often to look at shots. If you have not seen this video or this footage before, please go watch the whole thing all the way through, because again, we stop all the time, and then come back here and break down the footage together with us. So gang, again, if you have not watched this video all the way through, please watch it all the way through, because we're going to stop a lot and talk about this from the point of view of a feature film director. So, really excited. It's been a while, so let's get this started, and action. Okay, right off the bat, this is a lot of CG. I'm not an expert at CG. I just know that it's very hard to composite CG well. You have to really do a lot of the lighting and make everything look like it matches up, and so far, so good. This reminds me of Fortnite hats. Anyways, doesn't Yuhyun play Fortnite? Anyways, Dutch angle. So again, these Dutch angles and stuff, usually in film, they're meant to show something as off or weird, but in K-pop or music videos, they're just used to kind of give texture and do cool shots. GU looking good. Nice compositing. Gosh, this hair on Yuhyun, I gotta be honest, like, I don't think normally I would like that style like this, but she makes it work. That's what happens when you're pretty, I guess, that everything works on you. I wouldn't know. Great. So this sort of blast, sort of like this shot over here where it kind of gets blown out sometimes. What they use anamorphic lenses, which kind of give you sort of sometimes a I'm looking for, sort of a lens flare-y kind of feel. Sometimes it depends on the glass that you use. Nice shots, pushing in there. Yeah, pretty good compositing. Good job. Good job, Xian. Man, it's a cool hairstyle. These girls, the stylist did a really good job with this. Craning up, slow movements. That short hair on Gayeon. What is this? What is that about? Interesting. I like that set though. Okay, this shot here, the glass is too close to Gayeon's face. And what I'm saying is that when you put a lens close to somebody's face, I think I mentioned in another video, is that the curvature of the glass creates some distortion. You notice her face is a little distorted. How this should have been shot, could have been shot a little better, is to keep the camera back further, use a longer lens and zoom in, and that's more of a beauty shot. So if you're trying to do any kind of beauty shots where you want to make the girl look really, really nice, put the glass further back and the camera further back, use a longer lens and zoom in. This Gayeon is just very cute, very pretty. So regardless of what the glass is like, she's gonna look great. She still looks great. But you can kind of tell, if you have an eye for it, that the camera is literally too close to her face. There's a little distortion on her face. It should have been a little further back. Okay, so this dance really quickly. Some of you guys know if you're new to the channel, so I actually have a degree in music, and I at one time was a professional dancer. Not a big deal, not for very long, just a few years. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about is this choreography here. So what you notice is there was a guy named Fosse back in the day, and what Fosse did, he did a lot of very small, very intricate movements with his choreography, which are very, very difficult. The thing is that Fosse stuff didn't actually look that hard, but it was very hard to learn. So what I'm noticing in this, it's a lot of very fast, very small, very intricate movements, which may look kind of simple, but to keep it synchronized and do it so quickly with all these sharp movements, incredibly hard. Creating energy, just slow pushing in and out. They're kind of shaking the camera a little bit. I love those bird's eye shots, really nice. So what I'm kind of getting here, I think that we're looking at two different levels. I think one is sort of maybe more in heaven or in the heavens, where you're seeing all this white kind of clean stuff, and then everything is on the earth, where the earth is kind of destroyed. I'm assuming that when Yoo-hyun is coming down from the heavens to the earth, and here we see Ga-yeon in the heavens, and so we'll probably see her on the earth at some point. That's what I'm assuming. So this doesn't fit in at all with what I was saying, but let's see where this goes. Great set. Now, by the way, I think I've mentioned this before, in dance or in film, if you want to create mystery, you have someone entering where you see their back, you don't see their face. So having Dami here, we know it's Dami because we recognize her voice, but it creates this mystery, and this set looks unbelievable. Again, slow drifting of the camera. So it can be done two ways. It can either be done with a crane, which is slowly drifting, which it probably is, or it can be done with a slider, which is this, it's usually not very long, maybe 2 or 3 feet, where the camera just kind of slowly slides. But I'm assuming this is all crane work in a studio. This is a great shot. I like this forced perspective because what you have is you have an extreme foreground, then a middle ground, and a background. It creates a lot of depth. Cool. It's like you're looking through a camera. So I'm assuming that this also is up in the heavens. So these are like goddesses in the heavens. Good compositing. So maybe darkness is coming to the heavens. So this, I don't think that this is sending the girls down to the earth, because maybe there was sort of like that comet where Yoo-hyun. So this is either sending people down to the earth or it's darkness corrupting the heavens, I think. I haven't talked about this music at all. I could talk about the music in a second. I'll talk about it later. Wonder why there's this stuff on the ground now. What is all that? And as you notice that everything's broken down, so this is either on the earth or the heavens are destroyed. Is that... Is that Hundong? She portaled down to the earth and she was in the heavens? So Ga-yeon's on the earth now. Beautiful. By the way, this piano part reminds me so much of Queen. I don't know if you guys know who the group Queen is. It's Freddie Mercury, and it's sort of like this progressive rock where they combine classical music with rock music, and Freddie Mercury play piano. This totally reminds me of a Queen lick. And also in the beginning with a dun 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 dun, that chunky guitar and bass, that was very 70s sounding to me. It reminded me a little bit of JC Superstar, Judas, when Judas sings. I'll probably cut it in here a little bit so you can hear what I'm talking about. In the 70s, what made 70s music so interesting is actually it wasn't just the notes you played, but in 70s music it was the spaces you left between the notes. So when the bass players played, it wasn't just do 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 do. It was do 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 do. It was all about not just the notes you played, but all the space you put in between there. And the beginning of the song really reminded me of that, sort of like a 70s musical sound. Yeah, it's all CG. Gee, you looking good with the blonde hair. Whoa. So, Sua with the superhero landing. So giraffe heads. It's like a model runway in hell. This red hair is really working on Sua. Good job, Sua. Yeah, I don't know what the green stuff is. Okay, so I guess is that the devil? Is that Baphomet? So are we seeing the heaven, then the earth, then hell beneath? And that's kind of what's going on? There are no captions. Drifting of the camera. So this is the corruption of this idol here. By the way, this bridge is sounding good. Sounds totally like something Queen would do. Cool. Beautiful drifting shots. So there's with this, so they're doing something here that I really, really like in a lot of like musical theater music and some pop music, which is they created a counter melody for the chorus. And then at the end, they brought the counter melody and the chorus together to bring, to layer that together, and it sounds really good. They don't do that too much. I wish they would do that more. When I was in a band, there was actually one or two of my songs I wrote like that, where the bridge was actually a counter melody to the chorus and then just layers in at the end. Sounds super good. Okay, action. So did they end in the? They end in the heavens? Okay, let's talk about it. So this music video by Dreamcatcher was very heavily CG, and again, I'm not an expert on CG, so someone else maybe can talk about that a little bit more, but it looked really good because compositing is very, very difficult. A lot of it has to do with lighting, to make sure the lighting matches and the colors match you and everything else, and it's very difficult. Actually really hard. So looks amazing, and it's very expensive to do that, so very impressive that Dreamcatcher company did that. The song is very catchy. That chorus is really sticking in my head. I do kind of wish though that there's a little more differentiation between the pre-chorus and the chorus, whether it's they could have added a different beat in the chorus part to kind of kick it up a notch, or maybe they could have done like that, like Lisa and Lender do sometimes, so they take kind of a breath where they da-da-da-da-da, break, then boom into the chorus, so there was a little bit of a drop in differentiation. But hey, so much else of it was good. The bridge was good, the counter melody of the chorus was good. Love it. But I really want to see the performance video, so let's tack this on here if you guys aren't bored already. Okay, so this is the first performance video I found. It may not be the best. Let's check it out. Yeah, here that's kind of 70s, the bass. Boom, 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 boom. Live vocals, you can totally hear it. It's very catchy and melodic verses. The short hair is so good on Gayeon. Love it. I like with all the extra background dancers, really adds to the epicness of this. So melodic, so catchy. This is so good. This is getting stuck in my head. Gayeon's getting more lines. So this is the Maison. Love this part. This is that queen part. I was expecting a super high note from Xion there at the end of that. Suwa killing it. She just like goes 150% choreography. Here's the counter melody. This might be my favorite part in the whole song. Awesome. Super good. So guys, if you haven't yet, please go buy the album. I actually purchased it on iTunes. If you can't afford to buy it, no problem. But if you can support the girls, then please do it. And somebody tell someone in the comments how to support them to get their first win, because they deserve it. So guys, for Dreamcatcher's Maison and me, it's a wrap.